Yeah, I've got my wet cloth and just you see, it's just those bits have just got stuck on the edge there, but they come off with a bit of water. So, and the same thing for these overlapping bits of glue there and so forth. I mean, I think this is all cut away. It's just the glue will come off. You don't want to put too much water on your hide, but it will stand a bit of it. So, and of course you wax the edges so you're not gluing to them. This will just come off without. Yeah, that's it. Got it on the corner. Right, I'm going to put the hot, get it a little hot again, I think. See if we can't get that corner down. If not, we've got the spare glue to do it. Now, perhaps it's time to explain how these, you put the tabs in. I mentioned I didn't bother to use the old slots. Basically, what I'll, each tab, you get one tab on this side of the tooling here, about that position, and you get one about that position there. So one overlaps there, one doesn't. This one gets squashed very flat when you close the top. The other one just hangs inside there, so it's okay. And basically I use the knife to work a slot in, and I take it right through to the other side, and then use thicker knife blades and sometimes a thin hacksaw blade to just work a slot in there, so you can put the tab right the way through and pin it on the other side. That makes a nice strong tab there, which can be replaced very easily, and I think is a better solution than just putting something in and putting a wedge in and gluing it in place. It seems messier to me. Another thing is, while we're cleaning up, just that bit in there. As you're opening this, you want to keep that fold as tight as possible. It doesn't matter that there's going to be a mark there. You can't help that on a folding top. Just fold it over. Check the back here with your wet cloth, because you're going to have glue that's gone through. It just needs to be wiped away. You'll mark one fingernail for taking off the bits of glue and anything else. Okay, just wipe that off. So that bit's okay. Now, have a look at that's without a tab. It's great fun getting those out, but again, if you've got long fingernails, you can do it. Again, you get that fold, otherwise it can lift away from the surface. Just enough to nice. And that's open nice squarely. Again, you've got glue on the inside there hanging out, which you want to remove, it only gets in the way and looks untidy. The wet cloth, or slightly damp cloth, you take that off and you just scrape any bigger bits off, fingernail. That's done. Make sure there's nothing dropped in there. There we go. The same thing, got to open the latch on that. Yep, it still opens.
Israel has staged a secret operation to rescue some of the last remaining Jews in war-torn Yemen. Israeli ministers said their lives were threatened by Shia Houthi rebels who are fighting a Saudi-led coalition. Yolande Mel reports from Jerusalem.
The Jewish agency, which is responsible for Jewish immigration to Israel, is giving few details about what it says was a complex, covert mission. Most of the 19 new arrivals from Yemen are from the western city of Riyadh, which used to have synagogues, Jewish schools and a Jewish market. They include the local rabbi who came with a torn scroll, believed to be 500 or 600 years old. There are now about 50,000 Yemeni Jews in Israel. Hundreds moved here in recent years. But this could be the last wave of immigration from Yemen. About 50 Jews have decided to stay behind. Most live in a closed compound near the US Embassy in the capital Sanaa.
China's drug regulators want to trace more than 60 million pounds worth of illegal vaccine, even though they've been sold around the country for almost 4 years.
Good. Well then, the wheel, yes. It's not as hot as I'd like it to be. Still, try and get that corner down. The trouble is you don't want to run onto the veneer, so you tend to stop a bit short of the corner. This back.
Didn't make it to the presidency, but he was poisoned and he died during his election campaign. Diana Newman spoke to him for witness.
It's January 2005, and at his inauguration ceremony in Kiev, Viktor Yushchenko is swearing to protect the sovereignty of Ukraine.
You have to do the whole thing again, of course, because you've pressed down that corner a little bit more, and so you've got more of an impression there than the rest, so you've got to put the same impression all the way around. That's not a bad thing. By pressing down the edges, they're less likely to catch and lift up in use. Just going to move this back a bit.
He passionately believed that Ukraine's independence was hanging in the balance, and that the country
That's all that's going on there. Check 12 quarters, so it'd be 6 3/8. This is centre.
Overnight, the pain increased, and Mrs. Yushchenko called the doctor, who had no idea what was wrong. The next day, the pain got worse still, and on the advice of his supporters and with their financial backing, Mr. Yushchenko headed for a when he got off the plane, he must have looked terrible, because his Austrian doctor reacted immediately.
My doctor came to pick me up here. He was so he got
here because I'm worried about putting dents in the skiver. It's basically when you put the slot in.
The Ukrainian presidential candidate was in for a new shock.
I need something a little bit thicker.
No idea about his condition, pleaded with him to come home.
I had to be back on the track. We had a rally. If we rescheduled,
It's a small chisel, a very thin chisel, but I just want to make the slot a little bit wider. Not really the right use for it, but it's got a fairly wide blade there, and you can wet it through. I'll try and find some hide to do these, blue hide to do these tabs, because skiver is a bit, it's not very strong and it's a bit stretchy, you know, so if you put a tab on there it pulls out to an extra length, and then it can break reasonably easily compared with hide, which is incredibly strong, you know. So yeah, I often have samples and this sort of thing of leather. You only need a tiny little bit, so then you've got samples of every colour you want, and I can just cut off a piece. And I've got to find the samples now. I'll put them over there, I think, somewhere. Okay, right. Luckily, I found a blue which isn't a bad match to this. Doesn't have to be exactly right, but from the sample book. So we'll just cut that out and should make a couple of tabs, I would have thought. They don't have to be too. Just round off the end.
Yushchenko's health eventually improved, though he still bears the scars of the dioxin poisoning. He's proud of his presidential track record, but just 5 years later he lost the next presidential election. The alleged perpetrators of his poisoning left the country in the autumn of 2004. Viktor Yushchenko still lives in Kiev.
Former Ukrainian President Viktor Yushchenko was speaking to Dean Newman for Witness. Now, it's time for yours.
Welcome to the Force Consumer Programme today. The chaos of the closure of debt management firms. Our mobile phone company twice breached its own security code.
Make a little bit of a pointy end because we're going to have to feed it through the slot. Trim it down a bit there.
They watch a film on the big screen in the company of a small community. We have our projector on the ceiling.
So it's a bit
Reasonably sexy little cave.
pointy. It's only have them that way around, that sort of thing, because they're going to lie down this way, and this one will lie down that way as well. So.
If you'd like even more of them, please email identical marketing messages you've received to humanyours@bbc.co.uk, on social media, find us #humanyours, or send a text message to 84844.
Hopefully the slot is okay to get it through.
Management companies of health based on left high and dry. These companies are going down like 9 pins since the regulator, Financial Conduct Authority, started to take a look. They're being made to meet minimum standards of fair dealing if they want to carry on. So far, half of them, 100 companies, by the closed, will be made to
Feeding it through.
behind some customers who paid so much.
Try not to damage the tab, otherwise
Barely changed after years of making
that's where it will break if it ever does.
the regulator posted advice that customers of Compass Debt Council.
Don't think we got through yet, but I'll have a quick look.
Advice is that customers should cancel their
Getting there.
orders and go
Getting
to the
there.
charity for money
You
advice
just see the
centres for help.
leather
Craig
just
Johnson,
coming through there.
George in West Yorkshire, and Michael from the West Midlands will be doing just that. They were both more than 15,000
It's a bit messy on the other side here, but
Compass Debt counsellors for help.
a bit of stopping and stuff. A bit of polish, it'll be okay. Well, that's it through. You don't want a huge amount there, and that end can now be pinned on. I don't have the right colour pins, I don't think. Only one coloured pin, and what I do is I tend to use one coloured pin and then just use a little dab of paint on it after I've hammered it. I'm cutting these short because it's not a very thick thing. What you don't want is these coming through the other side. You just need a couple of these. Little gimp pins.
People were saying you can do this yourself for free, but I didn't feel that I would be able to take this by myself. It was a case of they would basically take over, and I really didn't want
I should have shown you, actually. I'll show you on the other ones. But, when you cut the gimp pins off, you cut them at a bit of an angle because you still want a sharp bit to stick into the wood first. So let's be careful here. I don't want to pull any bits off.
and I just got an answering machine that says we have stopped trading.
Let's see. Not quite through there. It's difficult on this light. Put it round that way, perhaps. You can both see a bit better. You see, it's got a bit of blockage there, I think. I managed to get two sides of the. That's where I stabbed myself in the finger, I think. No, that's going to have to be cleaned out a bit better. Brushed it. Yeah, you feel there's like a little bridge there in the middle that didn't get pushed out when we were doing this. Try again.
And that 100 of them had closed either voluntarily or not applied to re-register or gone into administration.
This is where a pair of tweezers might come in handy, I think. I can find them. I'm going to glue them. Anyway.
Just to go back to my question, it is an abuse of vulnerable people on a large scale that's gone on for a long time.
There we go. Put them all the way through. Again, you want to get the same sort of amount sticking out. A little tab on the back. Yeah, when I'm snipping these off, I'm not going square across like that. I'm going at an angle as much as I can because you want a nice sharp point there. Otherwise, you're messing about and the nail keeps falling over when you're trying to hammer it in because it's such a short thing. Your fingers just are too big for it. So, see that stuck into the leather there. We got it. Sometimes put a piece of metal behind there to take the shock of the hammering. But, I think it's okay. So let's go with that one.
The firms that are beginning to fall out, and you're really only seeing the first few determinations now, are where the Financial Conduct Authority has reviewed their applications and those applications.
That's it. Tabs in place. Job done. You make sure that's folded down that way. You don't want to get it permanent crease in the wrong direction if possible. There we go. Closes all right.